All right, so now let's talk about engaging people. Like, what's going to lure them in to make them want to, like, maybe do business with you in the first place? It's not going to be ignoring them. I promise that. It's not going to be just abandoning them. And it's not going to be putting your shit out there and not reciprocating with them what it is that you want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you here on Facebook, on my personal page, how I do Facebook. And then I'm going to show you where that leads in the background. You can see that there's already a few messages and stuff like that. So we'll just kind of get a behind the scenes look at how I roll, dog. Like, that's just what we're going to do. All right, so here's my page. Notice this guy, AR Bodyworks, right? First of all, we probably know that that is some kind of business instead of a person, right? There's a name with the business, but this is obviously some sort of business page. So I'm going to look at this person. Obviously, Bodyworks, I figured that they're in some sort of coaching not coaching, some sort of PT, like personal trainer type of stuff. Now, also, I do know that I did a podcast earlier today, and it was with a personal training consultant out of the United Kingdom, and he's a big-time PT trainer. And so I know that this person came in as a direct result of that podcast because where are they from? The United Kingdom. What do they do? Bodyworks. That's right. See, that's my math. I'm adding it all up, ladies and gentlemen. But this dude posts on my wall, "Hey, pal, just watched your Knowledge Bombs with PT Mastermind." Oh, well, there's your answer anyway. And wanted to pick your brain. And I'm like, I could have just ignored that. But there's a couple things that I did here. Thing number one is I let this be public on my wall because he heard me on this PT Mastermind. I'd like for other people to go hear me on it too. I think I said some cool shit on there. The other thing is I also left it here so that others can see when they come to my wall that this dude chimed in, thanked me for giving him some knowledge, and that I actually responded to him. So I'm leaving some social proof there for people coming in the future. See, a lot of us people will post on someone's wall, or someone will post on your wall rather, and you just ignore them, right? You may call them on the phone. You may not hit the like button. You may not comment back. And, you know, people are fucking insecure these days. But more importantly, that keeps... That like it doesn't reward them for posting on your wall, right? I want to reward him for acknowledging that I put something out there, right? That's kind of like, hey, I like the stuff that you shared with me. I appreciate that. It's kind of like if you share something with someone, them just telling you thank you for it goes a long ways, right? We train our kids and stuff and we say, hey, he just fucking gave you something. What do you tell him? Well, I don't know how you talk to your two-year-old, but that's how I talk to my 2-year-old. I'm like, hey, he just fucking gave you something. What are you going to do? Well, thanks, man. That's what Jax always says. I don't drop F-bombs that often around the kid. It happens. I'm not perfect, right? All right, so back to this. You can see right here that AR Bodyworks, I engaged him. Hey, hit me up on chat, my man. And that's exactly what he did right there. We'll go through that conversation here in a minute and how I can deal with that. And you can watch it behind the scenes. Maybe we'll close this feller. Okay, second thing is, let's go earlier. Here's me reciprocating to my audience about this closer, which I'll just happen to watch a couple of trainings back. This is me on the Knowledge Bomb. I wanted to make sure, since this guy tagged me, sorry, man, my throat is like tripping today, y'all. Since this guy tagged me in the video right here, I want to make sure that I acknowledge him. Thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciated this. I made sure I hit the like button, and then when he responded to me, I liked his comment as well. What I know about Facebook is they hate it when you leave links like this, and so it got 0 engagement almost. And so I want to make sure that he doesn't just think that the world ignores him, that I deleted it. So I left it on my wall, right? Because I was on his podcast or whatever you want to call it. Next thing right here. This is a good one, y'all. Just for today, just for you. I'm about to get some artwork done on my hand, right, on my arm, get some more stuff. And so right here, I'm asking people basically, would they be willing to share what they thought I should get on my forearm to go along with my tattoo stuff? And, you know, everybody's got an opinion here. And what I've done, and you're going to watch me do, what I've done throughout this whole process, we're looking at 107 comments right here. Okay, so we started off, if you'll see, everybody that's commented on there, I've liked. Sometimes they're a little faster than I could get to, but I've tried to like them all, except for Jared, the realtor here, saying him in a Speedo. I will not stand for that, and I will not stand for SpongeBob. But other than that, I have liked pretty much everybody's comment that's come through here. I even added some pictures of my own. And if you can see here, not only in addition to liking them, I've tagged a few of them, especially the ones I wanted to tell these two smart asses no, right? I like those guys, but they're definitely smart asses. Take note, you probably bought this program and are watching me call you a smart ass on this video right now, Shane and Jared. And so I've gone through here, liked everybody that I could. and liked everybody that I've seen so far. And as I'm going back through here with you, you'll see me doing the same thing. I don't even have to read these sometimes. I try, but that's not always the case, especially if I'm in a hurry. But I'll go through here, and just the fact that they commented on here, I want to reward them and hit the like button, right? That's like just the fact that they're willing to chime in and offer me some information, explanation, entertainment, whatever it is. I just want to reward them for that. That way, next time they have something to say, they come back, right? That they don't hide from me. So we got treasure box and shit. We're going to go through here, and I'm going to like every one of these. And you can see that I've replied to them, but some of these come across when you get 100 comments, 4, 5, 6 at a time, and you don't get a chance to see them, especially since this hasn't even been an hour that's gone by. Here's another good one. But you can see, I practice what I preach. I've liked most of them. I'm not going to like the message that says, message reads, I'm gay. No, sir. No, sir, Mr. Scott Russell. You are not going to have that here. So... but you can see I've gone through here, still going. We've got a lot of comments, and I'm showing you my dedication to this, right? I'm not showing you the fact that there's a lot of comments, and I'm going to show you why there's a lot of comments here in a second. But here we go. Then we can like this. Even realtors want me to get their logo tattooed on them. Pin up mermaid. So there's people with new stuff that I haven't liked yet. Some of them I already have. Troy Molitor, no sir. I'm not going to go to that. Octopus. So there's some stuff that I'm just kind of, stick with predators. There's some good stuff in here that I'll go back and read. But right now, while I'm making this video, I don't really have a chance to. But I'm going to go through here and like their stuff. And I'm going to talk to you here and tell you why I did this, okay? This is 13 minutes ago. But notice these are all pretty consistent about every 15 minutes that somebody comes in here, logs into Facebook, and chimes in. That brings me back, this post back, to the top of the news feed because it's got so much weight on it. If you don't know anything about EdgeRank, you should definitely buy the syndicate program that I sell. It explains how EdgeRank and all that stuff works for Facebook, and it's only $97. It's a hell of a deal at this point. Maybe, just maybe, if you watch the fucking every single one of these videos, you'll have it all figured out because of hidden nuggets of gold in these, like I tell you anyways. Don't skip any of this stuff. So the more people that chime in, obviously the more likely Facebook is to put it in the news feed. And every time that I go back and I like people's comments or I comment on here, wow, what a... All right, so not everybody, but a lot of people suggest I get an octopus. And there were some pretty cool pictures. Brian Horn shared some pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to go back here and tell everybody, wow, what a ton of great ideas. I definitely have to get an octopus. Thanks. I'm going to thank them. Because I want them to be like, hey, Ryan doesn't ignore us. He doesn't just ask us a question, or he doesn't just say shit and totally fucking diss us like he's better than we are. Like, this isn't Twitter, right? This is Facebook. I want these people to feel engaged. I want them to come back to my wall again because they might want to be engaged with some other stuff. And they want to scroll down, scroll up, look around, see who I am. And their friends will see through the Facebook news feed that they commented on my stuff. So it just continues to grow, right? My presence online, the more I take the time to chime in and like people and reward them for taking a second to check out my stuff. Even right here, you look, there's 2 people that shared stuff. I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to... Whoops. My speller isn't that good. Want to tell TJ thanks for sharing. And I'm going to actually meet Jen tonight. So I'm going to say thanks for sharing. See you tonight, Jen. Just to reward them for sharing it, right? It took even more action for them to share it and then also talk about, hey, Ryan's great, or hey, this is something great from Ryan. So I want to reward them too. I want to chime in, and I want their friends to see that I'm a real person that chimes in too. It's being fucking social, right? It's just having social skills and getting involved with the people. Now, some people will try to put you in a position to where they spam you or they try to use your wall to get business or whatever. Man, just go right here, click this, and hide their shit from your wall. Not highlight, hide their shit from your wall. And then you don't have to worry about it. And if they do it several times, either unfriend them or send them a message or go beat them up. I don't know what to tell you, right? I'm not a lawyer. You should not take my advice. You should never beat anybody up unless they continually write on your Facebook wall. But even then, you shouldn't beat them up unless you do, right? So let's just keep going. So there's 3 people right here who shared this, right? Thanks for sharing, Garrett. I'm going to go back and reward him as well. I don't even know this person. And I'm just going to reward them as well. I'm going to even hit them with the like button, right? Because what that's doing is that's engaging them, which leads to this. This is what we're ultimately trying to do. They're reaching out for me right here. I don't know this person. We just got this a minute ago. So this is a lead, right? I don't know if you've ever thought of Facebook messages this way, but this is a lead, okay? So look, hey, bro, see your name floating around the internet space for a while. I wanted to finally reach out and connect with you. Watch this. He used the phrase that I'm going to turn right back around on him. He said, wanted to finally reach out and connect with you. And I said, what made you decide to reach out, right? Because that's what you learned in the closer sales method. Now, right here, this is right. Yes, exactly. Closer, that's what it's about. It's a version of catch. Fuck yes. How do I get started? So now all I got to do is throw them away to send him a link to get paid. This all started right here. He bought one of my programs, reached out to me. I gave him some extra stuff, just like I said, because I over-deliver. Same thing right here. This person was talking about joining my high-end deal. And listen, this is what I tell them. Agreed, $7,500 is a lot of money. It's a scary-ass thing to invest on that level into yourself. Notice I didn't say into my products. It's a scary level to give me that amount of money. What I said is it's a scary-ass thing to invest on that level into yourself. But I can promise you this. If you do the stuff that I tell you to do, you will have all the stuff that you want to have. Money, time, freedom, bitches, riches, and beyond, baby. If you pay the money, that doesn't mean it all ends. Once you pay, we're just getting started. We got a lot of work to do, right? I went ahead and handled that hard objection up front. See, I don't want him to think, okay, now I gave Ryan money, my life is just going to get better, right? When you go to a therapist, you write the check, and then you got to go fucking talk to them, and then they got to tell you what's wrong, right? If you have a terminal disease, you write the check to the doctor, and then they work on you, right? Like you have to go through all that. So I'm telling him, once you pay, and when you write the check to the doctor, then they got to work on you, right? They got to cut you open and do all that other stuff that they have to do to you if you're in surgery. So just because you paid the money doesn't mean that your cancer's cured, right? Just because you paid the money doesn't mean that your problem's solved. So what I've got here is I'm just letting them know we've got a lot of work to do. Just like as if you would think about how a doctor should handle, and most of them do handle their business in this manner. Listen, you're terminal. You have a serious problem, but what we're going to do is we're going to try our best to fix this problem. And if you're willing to do everything that we tell you, it's been our history that we have a successful track record of people. So what happens sometimes, I still haven't had this problem yet, but what happens sometimes, the doctor tells people you need to eat a solid diet of greens and no gluten or all this other stuff. And people deviate from the program, right? And then they end up coming back and needing more help and spending more money. Now, at the same time, what I'm doing right here is I'm trying to be proactive and let them know that this isn't going to be easy, right? It's not like they're going to come in for what Sean says, gastric bypass surgery, and it's just going to fix all their problems. Like, no, we still got to control a diet after the fact. You still got to get hacked out. We're still going to cut your stomach out, like all that stuff. But here's the closer, right? You're trusting me to help you get what you want. I'm trusting that you will do what needs to be done and not bitch out on me and put me on the rip-off report. What's next? Right? So I'm leaving him hanging. I literally left the ball in his court. And sometimes I like to be funny and add to it. So right? All day long. These are leads that are coming in that I'm able to answer in real time just because I have this pulled up right here. And you can see I've had a lot of people reach out to me just this morning. This dude bought, this dude's coming tonight to our program that bought our like all that's just from social media, me having these closer conversations on here.